Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Weekly Woof. We are the Underdogs endeavour to make your time at home during this crisis a little bit fun. We have lots of news to get through, so let me introduce you to my fellow Underdogs. Chris.
Hello.
And Richard.
Hello.
So guys, what have you been doing to keep yourself busy? I personally have been playing Far Cry 5 with my friend Stimpy, as he said that my review got him to buy the game. What? How about you, Chris?
Well, I've been working the last week. I don't have the luxury of not working like you guys at the moment. But aside from that, I've been fixing my PC because it's been broke. I've also made a purchase of the Elgato HD60S capture card. That's just to improve my streams and video quality going forward. So I've been sorting all that out. How about you, Richard?
Well, I've officially finished the Battle Pass on Call of Duty, which I'm pretty happy with, and also I've max level on there. So I'm pretty happy with that. Plus, I've got my new TV coming tomorrow, 65-inch Q6, which I'm pretty chuffed about. So yeah, it's pretty much all I've been doing.
Battlefield 5 is getting one more update of maps, weapons, and bug fixes, and then it's officially over. This seems pretty short, as Battlefield 4, for example, was released in 2013, and it wasn't overtaken by Battlefield 1 until 2016. Although this game was mired by an ill-received release, and even the Firestorm mode, which is the Battle Royale mode, did very poorly. Were you guys Battlefield fans at all? How do you feel about this?
I haven't actually played Battlefield 5 due to it getting bad reviews and how much at the time it was getting badly reviewed. That is. However, Battlefield 1 was such a good concept, I feel, so I was very into Battlefield 1. I absolutely loved in Battlefield 1 the aerial gunfights where you could actually have your mate flying and you could be the tail gunner fighting with another plane in the sky. That was, in my opinion, such an awesome mode that just blew Battlefield 5 out of the water. So I'd actually rather play Battlefield 1. Also, I think they did capture in the campaign of Battlefield 1 how brutal that war actually was. So in my opinion, I just think Battlefield 1 was the better game, and I'm not surprised it's ending early.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to playing the Battle 5. I did enjoy Battlefield 1. But if I'm honest, Call of Duty is my thing, so I'm always going to be a little Call of Duty fanboy. I am looking forward to playing on it, though. I think it'll be a new, good co-op game.
Well, I'm personally a Battlefield 4 fan. I like modern warfare, whether it's in Call of Duty or Battlefield. I like present day stuff. I'm not a big fan of future or passes. I don't mind it, but if it goes too far one way or the other, I just like the technology side of things. And Chris, when you said that you were looking forward to playing it, do you mean Battlefield like the next one? Because the next one's meant to be due out in 2022 fiscal year, so maybe at the end of 2021. But I just didn't know what you meant by that.
Yeah, I'm on about the new one. Fail.
Who else thinks he wasn't listening right now?
I completely wasn't listening. Next.
Okay, well, moving on. Topic number 2. Call of Duty Warzone, Rainbow Six Siege, and Destiny 2 are all having cheating problems. They seem to be stemming from PC players, particularly, over the crossplay, and many people are blaming Chinese gamers. I personally don't know if that's true or not. However, it seems like there's a constant tug of war between the developers and, cheaters themselves. Infinity Ward have already announced that they'll be trying to put cheaters in gaming lobbies together so that, it kind of punishes them to fight each other. What about you guys? Do you like cheating, Richard? Modded controller?
No, I'm not a big fan of cheaters at all. I don't have a modded controller. Where the gamers are from, I personally don't think that's the problem. I feel that more should be done to prevent this. For obviously, it's ruining it for every gamer out there. The fact that people can just quick scope you across the map is just ridiculous. It's ruined, isn't it? And I don't think putting gamers that are cheating into a lobby is the way forwards, because anyone can create a new profile and then they get the cheaters out of that lobby and back into it, ruining for everyone else. I think they should just stop it from the get go. They need to find some sort of way of getting rid of all the cheating and leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really experienced many cheaters in game. Obviously, it does ruin it for other people. I believe where you say that it is mainly PC players, you can turn off cross compatibility, I believe, which might help some if they didn't already know that.
Yeah, I mean, they do know that. The main problem is there's been petitions, for example, to make Xbox and PS4 players play together, but kick PC players out, and PC players responding to the comments saying things like, console players cheat too, blah, 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 blah. But it's essentially Richard's also got a point in the sense that they need to stop it altogether. But I believe they're trying to do that. Like I say, it's a constant tug of war. Every time the developers get one over on the cheaters, like Richard said, they're just making a new account or they do it again, and it's just a constant loop of trying to get one over on each other. But if anyone else has got anything to say about this, as in we all don't like cheating, we're not a fan of it, we don't do it ourselves as the underdogs. But
I would like to add something in there about
Yep.
Chris's. Now, yeah, you can disable crossplay. I've done it myself. It solves the issue for multiplayer. However, when you turn crossplay off, you then can't play Warzone. So turn off crossplay actually stops you from playing the game,
yeah, good point.
which is a bit of a joke.
I didn't actually know that.
I didn't know that.
Turn off crossplay, you won't come across many cheaters. That's just my advice.
No, that's a very good point. Well, I'm glad you told us that, though. But I guess we'll have to move on to the next topic, and hopefully, any comments of that people might have suggestions or advice, or just general, want to make a comment on it. Let us know in the comments below. So, topic number 3: Call of Duty's next game is rumored to be in Vietnam. The last time that Call of Duty was in this location, of course, was on World at War back on the PS3 360 generation in 2008, or technically the first mission of Black Ops 1 campaign in 2010. What do you guys feel about it going to Vietnam? Do you like the idea of this, Chris?
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to playing it, but I wish they'd bring out new maps, new locations, instead of remaking older locations. I'm sure it will look different to the older Vietnam map. But yeah, for me, I just like seeing the new places and the new maps that they're bringing out, personally.
Yeah.
What about you, Rich?
My opinion on the Call of Duty Vietnam is basically I don't care where the Call of Duty game is based. What I mainly care about is if it's Earthbound. I like Black Ops games, but sometimes they can be a bit over the top. And
Yeah.
I'd rather be like the modern warfare side of things where your both feet stay on the ground.
Yeah, boots to the ground. A lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I personally am like you. I like my modern warfares. I like the feet to be on the ground. I did say in one of my videos on YouTube that if I wanted something like that, I like Titanfall because there's a point you jump on top of a Titan, like a big mech. There's a point to running on walls and stuff. But with Call of Duty, yeah, I like it normal.
No, I'd have to agree, Joe. Because of the fact that that Call of Duty is to me is like a warfare simulator. I know war is not the same,
Yeah.
but
It's very
Titanfall was
arcadey.
made in that for that concept. Modern
Yeah.
Warfare was first introduced from for me, Call of Duty 4 was the first proper model online multiplayer that did it right.
Yeah.
And that's how the game should have continued.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, it's hard to invent new gameplay and stuff without adding new things. So I respect him for trying, but it
I've
didn't
got no
work.
issue. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So, topic 4, we'll move to the next one. Now, this is more of a service announcement for everyone. 160,000 Nintendo IDs have been hacked. Nintendo's official website confirmed that this happened in early April. It's worth letting any viewers of ours know that if you do have a Nintendo account, it's recommended you change your password or at least check it because they can do more than just spend money on your account and buy games that you don't want or whatever. They could steal your data in bad things. So I mean, I think we all own Switches, don't we, guys? Richard, you're a pretty big Nintendo fan. Have you heard anything about this, or will you be checking it out?
To be fair, the first time I actually heard about this was when you told me. Told me. I don't think they've made a big enough shout about it because it is a big thing being hacked, and that your
Mm.
personal information is out there for anyone to take. Um, I fortunately haven't been hacked, and I have done the advice given, which is change your password. It's a real shame because Nintendo are such a good company, in my opinion. They make some amazingly fantastic games, and I just didn't see it coming from them. But hackers are everywhere.
What about you, Chris? You'll be changing it?
Yeah, I'll be changing ours. I mean, it's the kids that play on ours mainly, so. But yeah, I'll be changing mine.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, Nintendo are a reasonable company. I think that their prices could change a little bit. Nintendo have always been very defensive about sharing their, games to different consoles and things like that, which has worked out well for them. They're kind of in their own little bubble. Xbox and PS4 are sort of, kind of neck and neck in a lot of ways, although there's more exclusives on the PS4. But still, it's all good. Moving to topic number 5. This is something that a lot of PC gamers will like to hear. G.O.G Galaxy 2.0 is said to be released soon. It's currently in its beta form, but for anyone that hasn't heard about it, it's essentially a game launcher that combines libraries of your games from Origins, Uplay, and Steam, meaning that you've got all your friends' games and everything in one place, which is something that a lot of people have wanted for quite some time. And then it's brilliant, as in it's certainly something I'll be looking into and probably getting eventually. Chris, I'll start with you, as I know that you're probably the biggest PC guy here. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, if it works.
Yeah.
I've not really heard of him, if I'm honest, until you've kind of mentioned him today. But no, if it works, I mean, it'd be great. My only concern would be, I'm guessing you'd have to log into all of these different,
Game launchers.
yeah, all the game launchers. So they are going to have all your passwords and login information. So if they are hacked, it might be a big issue.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
But that'd be
that's
my only
obviously good.
concern. Having everything in one kind of pot would be really good, but could also be potentially damaging.
Yeah. Richard, how do you feel, my friend?
Looks like a useful tool, but meh.
In case anyone doesn't know, Richard's not really a PC guy.
Not anymore.
Although you did like World of Warcraft and League of Legends, didn't you? For anyone in our
Back, I
uh,
lost a lot of time in my youth today. Yeah.
that and energy drinks.
Oh yes.
Okay. So our next topic is Fortnite hosted a concert with rapper Travis Scott. Now, I'm not a fan of Fortnite or Travis Scott personally. However, I think this is brilliant. Any music that I would like, if that came on there, I'd be there in a heartbeat, and I'd love games to start implementing this one way or another. So, hats off to the Fortnite developer Epic Games and the Polish studio People Can Fly for doing this and sort of syncing it all up. And have you guys seen the clips of this? Have you seen what went on during that concert? It did look amazing. Like when Travis Scott did these sort of, hand motions down, everyone sort of bounced up in the air and there was lights flashing. It did awesome. It did look really cool. Really, really cool. Richard, what do you think of this?
Yeah. I thought it's a great way of doing things. The only thing I do hope is that it continues. They've done this obviously during the lockdown.
Yeah,
Um, I'm hoping that it's an ongoing thing. I don't want it just to be for lockdown. I want more musicians and more music agencies to get involved within this and bring it into the game and do it on more platforms as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not
What a
just
great way
Fortnite.
to
They should do
promote
it
music.
across all the other games if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Chris, do you feel obviously a lot of the same way? I mean, is there any music that would get you into a into a particular game, even Fortnite, for instance? Because none of us are Fortnite players, really. So would you get on into it?
I suppose music wouldn't really matter if I'm honest. If I'm gonna get into a game, it's got to be the game for me. But I mean, it's fun to watch.
I see. I'm a bit of a different ilk. Like, obviously, games to me are games,
Yeah.
but what a great way to promote music, to like get everyone involved in an interactive concert, because obviously games are the interactive medium. Like, if you watch a video of a concert, you're sat there, you sat in your chair going, yeah, this is cool, I really like the music, and yeah, this is awesome. Obviously, when you're at the concert, it's fantastic. You stood in like the front row. So this is like a middleman. It's like, no, you're not at the concert, so to speak, but it's pretty cool. There's a lot of other people there. You could go there with your friends from your living room. I'm down. I really am down for something like this. Like Richard says, I hope that it's the start of something that gets more common and in multiple games and stuff.
Yeah,
There
definitely.
we go.
I'd just like to add though, it's a great stepping stone because ultimately going to a concert or an event where there's a massive crowd and you're all around is the pinnacle, but it's a great stepping stone to get to that point for people that can't get to there or they're in different places. So like if you wanted to go to a concert and they're only live in America and you're in England, can't go, but they do it on games, then you could attend.
Yeah, that's awesome. And also, I mean, this is the kind of DLC that I'd be willing to pay for. Instead of paying, 20 quid for your concert ticket or whatever the scalpers sell you because they've bought them all in like a minute of the concert going live, Foo Fighters or whatever other bands that are so big that people just buy the tickets in a heartbeat. And to get anything, you've got to spend twice the amount or more. But imagine if it was just like a flat 5 quid, you get a ticket to download the DLC and jump into the concert. I'd do that. Fiver to watch my Chasing Status or Prodigy or Pendulum or something massive be in one of the games like that, interactive. I'd be willing anyway. That's something
I'd
say.
also like to see. I don't know if you guys have heard about a rapper called Dan Bull, but he raps about games. It'd be nice to see people like that are in the gaming world making music about games involved within the actual concerts. Not as like maybe like the live events, but like middle.
You've told me about him, but does he insult games at all, or does he just rap about the gaming world? If I remember correctly.
He doesn't sell games. I mean, he might make a few jokes about the game, but ultimately the raps are about the game themselves.
Yeah,
It's worth listening to. If you haven't had a listen to him, he'll probably have a sort of rap about a game you like. Just have a listen.
Okay, everyone, Dan Bull, check him out. He raps about video games. Any particular song that you'd give him a shout out?
Skyrim one is good. The Dota King. There's
Skyrim.
3. The first one is really, really good.
Okay. Right. Well,
it'd be
in the
interesting to
future-
see if anyone integrates VR into these concept things as well.
Absolutely, but that'd be PS5 generation. I would have thought.
Yeah, or PC.
Yeah, fair enough. PC can do anything. Take over the world.
We don't all love PC, Chris.
Could you imagine putting a VR headset on though and just being stood in the field at concert?
Yeah,
That
that'd
would
be
be
really,
cool.
really cool.
I'd be in for it.
Although, yeah, Stimpy jumping on your bandwagon right now. One of our friends is big.
All right, moving on.
It'd be cool if you could see each other at the concert as well.
Yeah. So, topic 7. We seem to be picking up lots of rumored information about Guerrilla Games' Horizon Zero Dawn 2. It is said that it's possibly co-op and may come to both PS4 and PS5 generation as the PS5 launch title. Now, I tried to get into this game personally, but I couldn't get invested in the story or characters. However, I am a minority in this opinion. The gameplay is solid and the graphics are beautiful. So I will be interested when Horizon Zero Dawn 2 comes out. What about you guys? Have you played Horizon Zero Dawn? Is it something that interests you? Chris, yourself?
I've never played it. I'd be interested in playing it though. Something that I'd certainly give a go. What about you, Rich?
I never played 1. I'm not overly fussed about playing 2. I do think the game looks visually awesome, but I've never watched a trailer and thought, "Oh, I need to play that game." It's my personal opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's worth giving a shout out because there will be a lot of people that like this game. It's a
Yeah.
PlayStation exclusive. It sold absolute tons, and rightly so. Like when I played it, it is gorgeous and the gameplay's solid. But where I got bored, and it wasn't bored of the gameplay. It was bored of just I wasn't invested in the characters enough to think, oh, I really want to know what goes on. Oh, I really want to know what's this, that, and the other. And I was just, don't really care. There's like
Yeah.
no characters in it that have any real character other than sadness. It's a bit depressing in my opinion. I like there to be a comedy one, a hard one, a one that does one thing, one that does another. Maybe I just like the '90s Disney Channel, but still, I just think that it could have been more in the story, in my personal opinion. But I know it's meant to be a very good game.
Yeah.
But either way, that is, I think, all of our topics for today.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you've just brought up the '90s cartoons. So, what is your favorite cartoon from the '90s?
Yeah, screw it. Let's tell everyone what our favorite '90s cartoons are. Because it's your topic, Richard. Although I know I brought it up, but because you brought up that we should tell it, you can start. Because I'm not sure right now. Bear with me.
Right, I'm not sure if this was actually out in the '90s, but it's the cartoon I grew up watching and absolutely love, and
Yeah.
that's got to be the Looney Tunes. I absolutely
Oh,
love the Looney
man.
Tunes.
That is a corker of a starter. I was a massive fan of Space Jam, which has just come on Netflix, by the way. Anyone not seen it, watch Space Jam. Michael Jordan's acting in it is terrible, but perfect at the same time.
I mean, you gotta love that the Looney Tunes got away with some like underline when you look at into the actual characters like Foghorn, Leghorn, how they got away with that is just something else.
Yeah. I'm going to come out and say that my favourite cartoon was X-Men. I liked that a lot. However, fun fact, in the Spider-Man '90s TV series, not once does he ever throw a punch. And I was like, no, that's not true when I read it, because I actually read this quite recently. But it turns out he doesn't. He just webs them up and swings around. Like, that's it. It's weird. And I'm just like, oh, God. Okay, so I just thought I'd throw out that fun fact about Spider-Man in the
Right,
90s
so-
cartoon.
So not in one episode does he punch someone.
No, he doesn't. I was like, what? But yeah, no.
Yeah, all he does in the films is punch people.
And the games.
Yeah.
Chris, how about you?
No one's
90s
actually
cartoons?
played it. The Spider-Man game on PS4, the Marvel one. I can't remember. You've got it, Joe.
Yeah.
Awesome game, visually amazing. The way you move around the city is just so enjoyable. If you haven't played it, play it.
Yeah, fair enough. Chris, your '90s cartoon of choice?
I
You look
quite
like a Captain Planet man.
I quite like Meet the Jepsons. That was a good one.
Oh, Meet the Jepsons. Dun, dun, dun.
That was a good one for me.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Anyone that's watching this, say what yours. Because I remember a few: Biker Mice from Mars, Captain Planet, he's a hero, and any that you can think of. Throw in the comments below. Although I was never a fan of Animaniacs. I'm saying that right now.
And I don't know if
guess-
anyone's noticed, but this is Richard's shit scores from the week. Giving it all mouth last week.
What?
He's not even noticed yet.
Let me have a look at this. What we got going on there?
Rolls Royce, are we?
I had one bad game.
One? How many's that?
That's multiple games, mate.
It's too small of a screen. I can't see it.
Yeah, what
Yeah, but
else?
people can zoom in. Zoom in,
I like
guys. Zoom in.
I like the fact you shoot only your. Come on, how many games are you lot? I'm top of the leaderboard. You lot are bottom.
Well,
Great
if
game.
you've got any proof, I'd be quite happy to see it, mate. You've got to show everyone as well.
Yeah.
Just for the record, when I go Ninja Diffuser, chances are my score is pretty negative because I get killed a lot.
Yeah, here comes out this excuse.
Yeah, it sounds like an excuse. Yeah.
That's not an excuse. I mean, what is your overall KD on COD, Chris?
I don't even know.
Are you,
I've not looked, to
are
be
you even
honest. I know my win to losses is like 1.8. What's yours?
1.28.
Oh yeah. Shit of the man.
Okay. Well,
I was 1.8 better than 1.28.
guys, we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up. God damn it.
No, I've still got more to say.
Wait for next week when we should.
You brought out the armor fin me.
Oh yeah. Whatevs.
I say, what you doing over there, boy?
Anyway, well, it looks like that's all the topics we have for today. Thank God. But let us know what you guys think about anything you've heard today in the comments below. We're a growing channel, so please like, subscribe. It really helps us out. Check out our website at www.theunderdogs.live. We've got forums, new events, and live streams all on there. So you can write in the forums, forums what videos you might want to see or what you might want us to add to the weekly woof. But there, until next time, stay safe, guys, during this COVID-19 crisis. Say bye, guys.
So, everyone.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.